Picture this: a family dinner, warm and cozy, turning into a nightmare in seconds. My own son, the boy I raised with every ounce of my heart, raising his hand against me, not once, but 15 times, in front of his wife, who just sat there with a smug look, as if it was all part of some twisted plan. It wasn't just a slap, it was a betrayal that broke me. But that moment lit a fire inside me, one that led to a revenge nobody saw coming. Welcome back to our channel, where we dive into raw, emotional stories of betrayal and justice. Today, I'm sharing my story, not as a victim, but as someone who found strength in the ashes. Let's go back to where it all started, to see how a loving family fell apart so fast. It was a sunny afternoon in our small suburban town, the kind where neighbors smile and kids ride bikes. I'd invited my son Alex and his wife Sarah for dinner. Alex was 32, married 5 years, and I'd always been proud of him. He was my only child, born after years of prayers. His father passed when Alex was 10, leaving me to raise him alone. I worked 2 jobs, cleaning houses by day, waitressing by night, to keep our home, a modest 3-bedroom place filled with memories. It wasn't much, but it was ours. That dinner was meant to be special. I'd cooked Alex's favorites: roast chicken, mashed potatoes, apple pie. It was to celebrate his new job promotion. When they arrived, Alex hugged me tight. "Mom, you didn't have to go all out," he said, smiling. Sarah nodded hello, but her eyes scanned the room, judging. We sat, chatting about work and plans. Then Sarah brought up the house. "Mrs. Thompson," she said, poking her food, "this place could use updates. It's so quaint. Alex and I think we could move in here while we save for a bigger home." I froze, fork in hand. Move in? The house was in my name, but I'd always said it would be Alex's one day. Still, I wasn't ready to leave. I was 58, healthy, happy. "Sarah, that's something to think about," I said carefully. "I'm not moving out yet." John jumped in, his tone sharp. "Come on, Mom, you're getting older. It's time to downsize. Sarah's right. This house is too big for you." Her words stung. I laughed it off. "Alex, I'm fine here. Let's not rush." But Sarah pressed. "It's practical. We could renovate, make it modern. You'd get a condo." Her voice dripped with entitlement. Alex nodded, like they planned this. The argument grew heated. I explained the house's value, his father's tools in the garage, growth marks on the wall from when Alex was little. But Alex exploded. "Sentimental? You're being selfish." He stood, face red. Then it happened, the first slap on my shoulder. "Alex, what?" I started, but he slapped again, each time with a word. "You're always holding me back." 15 slaps, bruising my arms. Sarah watched, a small smile on her lips, counting softly. By the end, I was in tears. Alex stormed out, Sarah following with a casual, "Think about it." Alone, staring at the uneaten pie, I felt my world crumble. How had my sweet boy turned into this? That night, nursing my arms, something snapped. This wasn't just anger, it was years of resentment fueled by Sarah. I wouldn't let them break me. The house they wanted so badly would be their undoing. That night, replaying the horror, I thought back to happier times. How did we get here? To understand the betrayal, you need the foundation we built. It was strong once, or so I thought. Let's rewind to those days, before the cracks formed. When Alex was born, he was my miracle. His father, Tom, and I had tried for years. When Alex arrived,
Our world lit up. Tom was a mechanic, hands greasy but heart golden. We'd bought the house after our wedding, a fixer-upper we poured love into. Alex's first steps were on that creaky floor, his first words in those walls. But when Tom died in a car accident, everything changed. I was 30, a widow, with a 10-year-old to raise. I threw myself into motherhood. Mornings meant pancakes and school runs, evenings homework and stories. Money was tight. Tom's insurance barely covered the mortgage, but I made it work. 2 jobs, no luxuries, so Alex could have what he needed. He was a good kid, smart, kind, helping around the house. "Mom, you're my hero," he'd say, hugging me. Those words kept me going.
As a teen, Alex hit a rough patch. Bad friends, skipped classes, but we talked it out. "I miss Dad," he confessed one night. We cried together, and he turned it around. Got scholarships, studied computer science. I was there for every milestone. Graduation, first job. When he met Sarah in college, I was thrilled. She seemed sweet, with a bright smile. They married in our backyard, and I helped with their apartment down payment. But Sarah changed things. She came from wealth, her parents owning stores, and she looked down on our life. Comments about our outdated house or how Alex deserved better crept in. I brushed it off, thinking it was adjustment, but Alex started pulling away. Calls became rare, visits short. Sarah canceled plans, citing busy schedules. I noticed Alex deferring to her opinions on clothes, friends, even traditions. "Sarah thinks we should try vegan for Thanksgiving," he'd say, ditching our turkey roast. The signs were there, small betrayals piling up, forgotten birthdays, dismissed advice. Nothing prepared me for that dinner. As I lay in bed, anger grew. This was about respect, or the lack of it. Sarah had turned my son against me, and he let her. But I wasn't dowerless. The house was mine. Tom ensured that. Alex assumed it'd be his, that I'd make sure it wasn't. My plan was forming, quiet and sharp. What would happen when they found out? Stay tuned. Days after the incident, I avoided Alex's calls, letting voicemails pile up, apologies mixed with excuses. "Mom, I'm sorry, but you pushed me." Pushed him? The nerve. As I healed my bruises, I saw the tensions that led here. This wasn't sudden. It was a slow erosion, with Sarah as the spark. Let's explore those storms before the hurricane. A year into their marriage, Alex and Sarah hit money troubles. His job paid little. They asked for $5,000 for debt. "Just this once, Mom," Alex pleaded. I gave it, dipping into savings. They promised repayment, but months turned to years. When I reminded them, Sarah said, "We're saving for a house." Alex avoided my eyes. Holidays shifted too. Our tradition was simple: homemade gifts, potluck dinner. Sarah wanted extravagance, catered meals, designer decor. "Let's class it up," she'd say. Alex agreed, and I footed bills I couldn't afford. One Easter, they went to her parents' mansion, leaving me alone with a table for 3. I smiled through it, not wanting to be difficult. Alex's career took off, but Sarah pushed for more. "Why not a bigger firm?" she'd nag. He switched, stressed by long hours. I'd advise balance, but Sarah called it meddling. Alex shared less, visits rare. "Sarah thinks we need space," he'd say. The house became a flashpoint. They'd hint constantly, "When you retire, Mom, we could take over." Retire? I loved my library job. Sarah painted me as frail. "You're not getting younger," she'd say sweetly. Alex pressured me to update my will. I resisted, sensing greed. Small incidents stacked up. They borrowed Tom's watch without asking. Sarah wore it, calling it vintage chic. When confronted, Alex snapped, "It's just a watch, Mom." Sarah took lamps, rugs, calling them loans. Alex defended her. By the dinner, the pot was boiling. I'd overheard them whispering about convincing Mom to sell. Sarah's voice, "She's stubborn, but we'll break her." Break me? Those words echoed as I nursed my arms. The slaps were the culmination of emotional blows, but clarity came. The house, symbol of my sacrifices, would be my weapon. Excitement mixed with sorrow. What would they say when it was gone? Let's relive that dinner, the heart of it all. The air thick, words turning to weapons, my world crumbling. This betrayal wasn't just slaps, it was a war on our ties. Hang on for the details. The table was set. Linen cloth, candles. Alex kissed my cheek. "Smells amazing, Mom." Sarah handed me cheap wine. We ate, chatting lightly. Then Sarah steered it. "So, about the house." She pitched moving in, renovating, buying me out. "Win-win," she said. I shook my head. "I appreciate it, but no, this is my home." Alex's face darkened. "Mom, be reasonable. Sarah's pregnant. We need space." "Pregnant? That's wonderful, but I'm not ready." Sarah smirked. "See, Alex, she's difficult." Alex stood, voice rising. "Difficult? After all we've done for you?" Done for me. I'd done everything. The argument heated. I defended my right to stay. He called me selfish. Then the first slap. "Wake up!" Another. "Think of us!" 15 slaps. Sarah counting softly, encouraging him. I didn't fight back. Shock froze me. Tears fell as he finished, panting. "Maybe now you'll listen." They left, door slamming. Alone, I sobbed. The betrayal cut deep. Not just pain, but humiliation. My son, turned by her. That night, anger replaced tears. The house was mine. Alex assumed inheritance, but assumptions are dangerous. My revenge brewed, sullied, fast, while he worked. It'd be poetic. Dawn broke, resolve hardened. They'd learn I wasn't weak. I didn't wallow. I channeled hurt into action. Revenge isn't rash, it's calculated, and mine was a masterpiece. Let's see how I planned, building suspense for the reveal. I called my lawyer friend Rita, swearing her to secrecy. What are my options? Full ownership, no liens. I could sell anytime. Next, a realtor, discreet, quick sales. Cash buyers only, I said. Offers poured in, the market was hot. Alex texted apologies. "Mom, let's talk." I ignored them. Sarah called, fake concern. "We didn't mean to upset you." Upset. Try broken. I played vague, buying time. I packed subtly. Keepsakes, furniture.
hired movers for storage. The plan, sell, move to a condo I'd eyed. Alex worked long hours. I'd timed the closing for midday. Packing Alex's photos, I cried for lost innocence. But anger fueled me. Slaps, Sarah's smile. This was justice. Deal sealed in days. Buyer, young family. Closing in 48 hours. What would Alex say finding locks changed? The storm was coming.
The day arrived, sunny, normal. But for me, it was electric. The plan in motion, every second ticking. Feel the tension as I executed it. I woke early, reviewing papers. Realtor met me at 9, buyer at 10. Signed, hand steady. Congratulations, they said. House sold, enough for my new life. Movers loaded boxes. Neighbors glanced. I waved them off. By noon, house empty. Keys handed over. New owners moved in. Alex's shift ended at 5. I imagined his shock. Car pulling up, strangers inside. I settled into my condo, heart racing. The call came at 5:30. Mom, the house? It sold? Shock in his voice. I stayed calm. Yes, Alex. It was time. Silence, then outburst. How could you? That's our future. Sarah screamed. We'll sue. Rita assured me, airtight. The climax neared, their world crumbling. The peak of the storm. Alex and Sarah's reaction was raw. This is the emotional payoff, the shock of revenge. Brace for the fallout. Alex banged on my condo door. Mom, open up! Face twisted, Sarah glaring. I let them in, composed. What have you done? He demanded. I explained. The slaps, betrayal, my decision. You wanted the house, it's gone. Alex paled. The baby, we needed it. Sarah screamed, you're heartless. Heartless? After what they did? Arguments flew, tears, accusations. Alex begged, Sarah threatened. I stood firm. Actions have consequences. They left, defeated, world upended. Relief washed over me, no more pressure. The climax closed a chapter, opening freedom. Life shifted after. This ties loose ends, showing renewal. It's not all triumph. There's growth. Let's see how we moved on. Weeks passed. Alex and Sarah rented a small apartment, struggling. The pregnancy added stress, but they adapted. Alex reached out. I accepted coffee meets, boundaries set. I thrived in my condo, new friends, hobbies. The sale money secured my future. Sarah's influence waned. Alex saw her true colors. Family ties mended slowly. Alex apologized, therapy helping. We rebuilt, stronger. As dust settled, deeper thoughts came. This story is a mirror for us all. Let's reflect on the lessons. Betrayal hurts most from loved ones. It reveals truths about them, us. I learned strength, self-respect. Alex grew, appreciating sacrifices. Sarah softened, facing realities. Justice isn't loud. Sometimes it's quiet acts reclaiming power. The takeaway? Respect family bonds or risk losing all. Cherish those who sacrifice. Entitlement destroys. Revenge brought justice. Forgiveness healed. Actions echo. Treat loved ones kindly. They might hold your world. Wow, what a wild story. Drop a comment below. Where are you watching from? And what did you think of this epic revenge? Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe for more gripping tales of betrayal and justice.